There is always more to whatever we can become in life, and we can't realize that unless we move out of a particular pattern. I'm not asking you to do many things at the same time, but there is a way you will move out of a place and you will still be in the same thing you are doing, and it's for good. You don't just restrict yourself to an environment, you don't just restrict yourself to a place because you feel that's the only pattern, that's the only thing that works. No, that is not the only thing that works. So long the time progresses, so long today is not the same thing as yesterday, you have to move. You cannot be where you are yesterday today. You cannot, and you cannot be the same place and succeed. You cannot be there. No matter how committed, no matter how loyal you are to something, you must have that time to leave. You must have a time to move on. You must have a time to change the pattern. Even if you still remain there, you should not be there doing the same thing. Why do you think we have promotions in the corporate world today? When you go to when you're employed to do a particular work, when you're given a particular position in a company, you will find out that in the long run you will be tested to be promoted, or you'll be promoted based on merit because you merited it, because you did something that is worth the promotion. So look at yourself. What's that thing you're doing that feels like it is not moving? Like it seems like that is the only thing you can do. You have to start working on it. You have to start looking for ways to change the pattern. It must not be the same thing, else you'll be depressed. One of the reasons why people face depression today is because they just find themselves in the same circle. They just feel like they are going around the circle. You see yourself going to the same junction every day. Maybe you want to go to a particular place and that's the only place you go to. I once had this experience of, my life was just school to church, church to house, house to school, school to church, just the same, that triangle. For a reasonable number of years of my life, that was my circle. That was the circle I rode around. Even to the extent of traveling, I never traveled out of where I am for years. That was how bad it was. And it is not okay for someone who wants to grow, someone who wants to outlive people who have lived, someone who wants to grow, someone who wants to expand, someone who wants to reach the world. You cannot say you want to go global. You cannot say you want to do a lot of things for people. You want to impact the world, and you are just in a place. You cannot just be in a place and do that. You have to diversify. You have to stretch out your hands. You have to do many things. You have to be ready to move when it is time to move. There is more to this, and that's what we'll still treat on the next podcast. Please don't miss it. I am Uche Anyasie, founder and CEO of Israel Foundation. This is Mend Your Mind podcast. Until next time, I want to keep winning.